Welcome back, wrestling fans. We are coming to you live from Gettysburg High School. It's Josh Martin, Gettysburg Times Sports Editor, with Scott Pitzer, the voice of Adams County football for Fox Sports 1320. Scotty, it's not quite wrestling season yet, but don't tell that to the folks here at Gettysburg High School.
Oh my goodness! Advanced tickets, they sold about 1,000. We got half the gym is packed right now. The crowd's only going to get bigger. We just saw a couple of the legends out doing their warm-up routines, many of which they haven't done a warm-up routine in probably 15 to 20 years. But yeah, I mean, this is just this is the type of crowd you see at a typical, local high school wrestling
match. A big match, yeah. And we still have fans coming in as we speak.
Yeah, as you know, Gettysburg is one of the biggest gyms in South Central Pennsylvania. And half the gym is filled right now with fans. It's just great to see this for it being early November.
Absolutely. This is the idea was Gettysburg assistant coach Chris Haynes came up with the Legends of Adams County Wrestling to promote wrestling, to bring back some of the past greats that we've all kind of watched in the last 10, 15 years. We've got 4 state champions on hand tonight. Ken Haynes of Gettysburg, Vickerville's Shane Leggett, Bermudian Springs Ricky Schmelian, and Littlestown's Corey Bieber. All those guys are going to wrestle. We've got 7 bouts in all. It's just going to be a fantastic match. And Scott, I think the neat thing about this, just looking on both sides of the gym, you and I have been able to point out past wrestlers, current wrestlers, past coaches, current coaches. A lot of excitement here tonight.
Yeah, you're right, Josh. We've grown up watching these student athletes over the years are now young men. A lot of them have their own kids that are here in the stands as well. And like we've talked about over the past couple days leading up to this Legends of Adams County match, everybody that we're going to see here tonight either has their name on a banner at their high school gymnasium, or they have hardware from sectionals, districts, regionals, or states. They've won more than 100 matches. It's going to be great to see these guys back in action, as you can see from the size of this crowd, which I'm sure Tommy Riggs has sort of shown you, the number of fans that are here. The people can't wait to see them. I've bumped into fans out in the hallways. Mike Wirtz from Biglerville. I can't wait to see Brian Pitzer and Shane Leggett. I saw Gettysburg fans and Bermudian fans that used to yell at me from the stands. You're terrible, Pitzer, but it's good to see you again. So there's a lot of old faces here ready for a good night.
Yeah, a lot of excitement as you can hear the music's going on. They have huge signs for each of the 14 wrestlers. The kids here at Gettysburg did a neat job. It's all painted in the school colors. And I just stand in the crowd. I see a bunch of current wrestlers here, some kids from Gettysburg, Biglerville, probably all of our local high schools represented well, so it's going to be a fun night. We've got so many high-end kids here. Chris Haynes did a great job of collecting this field. I mean, we're looking at, as you mentioned, the state champions, but state medalists. Eric Furman's a 2-time medalist. We've got other guys in here that have won 1, 2, 3 state medals. It really turned out well here, and the hope, I believe, is to not only generate a lot of money for the Wounded Warrior Project, but to make this a thing where maybe it can be an annual event.
And I think the turnout will be even bigger next year as far as the former legends that are interested in competing. This year we have a big crowd, but it's going to be a trial run. As you wrote in your previews for this match, Josh, the legends agreed upon a certain time length for their bouts, so every bout's going to be different. If everybody watching us back home, the standard high school Scholastic Adams County bout is 2 minutes. Here we can wait to see a couple of 1.
We got 1:30 on the clock.
Okay. You never know what we're going to see here tonight.
I do have a feeling that, from what I understand, the last match of the night, Haynes versus Haynes, which to me
they'll probably go 3 minutes first period.
That's
2 minutes second period, back to 3 minutes in the third period. They'll count riding time.
I've got a couple of bookmarks on my page here. Schmelian versus Bieber. I cannot wait to see. I had a chance to watch both those guys win state titles. Also can't wait to see Haynes versus Haynes. I mean, for a lot of different reasons. 2 of the most competitive guys that I've ever had the chance to watch wrestle here. So.
And don't forget about the Smith brothers. They were out there warming up early on.
Coach Smith putting it out there against his brother. He said that he hasn't competed in 27 years. The thing, Scott, that I really, if I can go ahead and make a prediction, I think it'll be fun. It'll be handshakes and smiles. As soon as that first shot is fired, I think all that competitiveness is going to come right back, and these guys are going to be going dead serious.
Yeah, I guarantee. We were talking about that before we even went on the air tonight. it's a lot of fun and giggles right now, but everybody, like we said, here has state medals or their name on a banner somewhere. So
their reputation's at stake.
That old competitive spirit's going to be back really quick, and I can't wait to see the first bout when you see it start to kick in. If you just watch them during warm-ups, you know, you've covered a lot of high school matches, you see them doing wind sprints and push-ups and sit-ups. They were just doing like nonchalant leg stretches and arm stretches and, you know, neck bridges. So I don't know if they're warmed up the way they want to be, but they're probably going to be feeling it tomorrow when they wake up.
All right, we're going to take a quick break while we do introductions, and Scott and I will be back to bring you each of the 7 bouts after the introductions and the national anthem.
Right now, if we can have your attention and direct your attention right below me up here. We'll now the presentation of the colors by the Gettysburg Junior ROTC. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand for the singing of our national anthem by Jimmy Robinson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Nice job, Jimmy. Awesome, my man. Nice job. All right, here we go. Hey, our referee tonight is Rick Trimmer. And Rick enjoyed a sparkling career at Bermudian Springs, where he graduated in 1989. He was a District 3 Class AA champion at 119 pounds as a senior. He compiled a career record of 88, 25, and 1. He has officiated wrestling for 19 years across 6 different states, including sectional, district, regional, state, and NHSCA national tournaments. Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Trimmer, how about a vice stand there?
All right, and we're back here at the Legends of Adams County Wrestling match. Rendition of the Star Banner by Gettysburg's Jimmy Robinson. Head official Rick Trimmer just introduced this crowd. We're getting ready to go, and Scotty looks like first match of the night.
Our match tonight is Kyle Zittle and Kyle Floor.
Kyle Floor of Fairfield, Tyler Zittle of Lewistown, and these two are going to square off in high school. Kind of interesting. Kyle for the 152. Tyler is an undersized heavyweight.
Yeah.
We'll see how both these guys fare. They're kicking things off for us this evening.
Yeah, but both of these guys just got out of high school in the last 4 or 5
Tyler was
years.
a 2008
And as you can see, I guess they never handed in their singlets because Tyler's wearing his little small Bolt singlet and Floor's wearing his Fairfield uniform, so they're both ready to go. And a quick side story, Mr. Rick Trimmer got a nice round of applause whenever he got announced. He likes to interact with the fans. He's known for interacting with the fans, whether it's fuel meet or postseason tournament, and he got a nice round of applause. You can see he was sort of not overwhelmed, but he's sort of just taking it all in that they were actually clapping for him.
Yeah, a little taken aback by that.
Yep.
Yeah, this should be a really nice match, Scotty. Like you said, Tyler Zittle, 88-24 in high school, sectional champ, district runner-up, state qualifier, also had a nice career at Shippensburg University. Kyle Floor at Fairfield, sectional champ, more than 100 career wins, also a state qualifier. So battle of two kids with state experience here in our first match of the night.
Yeah, we just covered Floor a couple postseasons ago. He had a deep run in the postseason for Fairfield. I think he was one of their top postseason medalists at the time. So it'd be interesting to see what he still has left in the tank.
Yeah, I think needless to say, we keep our eye on conditioning here. Shorter periods, we're
Here we go.
going 90 seconds in the opening period of the opening bout.
And I don't see any paramedics at Matt's side.
Tommy Riggs is certified
I
in
hope they're somewhere.
CPR.
We were talking during our pregame show. They have a 90-second first period here, both in the neutral position here. So we're waiting for somebody to make the first big move.
Yep, a little feeling out, and you got to think first bout guys are going to be a little bit of little bit hesitant here. Good over under. Zittle in the blue, Floor in the green.
Oh, Floor almost out of position there.
A little bit of a slip. Nice as Zittle there.
A
to
little
not
bit of
kind
a slip. He was almost a big thud. But what's nice to see about this, even though it's competitive. And
we got a nice ankle pick there by Zittle. Takedown at the 27-second mark.
I tell you what, it looks like he's been working on that over the offseason last couple of years.
Very nice ankle pick there, Scott. That's a pretty slick move.
I was finishing a thought. It's competitive, and all these guys were competitive in their careers, but they're all sitting on the same bench. So even though they're about ready to go try and whip each other's butt, they're all sitting on the same bench right now.
Yeah, good camaraderie here for sure.
And if we were one of them, we'd be talking, okay, I'll let you score the first takedown. As long as you let me get the reversal and then go for the pin right away.
I got a feeling these competitive juices are coming back in a hurry. Oh, Zittle going for a quick half there.
Well, yeah, and I saw Zittle working with that with Shane Leggett there during the warm-ups. So Zittle ready to run that half Nelson. You remember Shane Leggett, that was his favorite move at Biggerville.
Definitely Shane's trademark move here. We'll see. 2-0, Tyler Zittle. First match after the first period here. He's going to take down to start the second period. We'll see if Kyle Floor can get some things going on top. Nice ankle pick, the only scoring in the match by Tyler Zittle.
That was a great ankle pick. That's something that you teach the kids in the practice room. You want to work on, and he was actually very, very good at that whenever he was in high school. So he used it here in this match as well.
Oh, potentially dangerous. Going to stop there by Rick Trimmer. Yeah, and you got to imagine it's got Tyler Zittle 4-year career at Shippensburg University. He's got a lot of wrestling under his belt, and this is something that's going to come back pretty quickly to a lot of these guys.
Oh yeah. It's like riding a bike. Once you did it, you know how to do it your whole life, no matter how many years you've had on break.
Yeah. Floor going, looking to get legs in there. He's got one. See if he can get something going from the top position. Potentially dangerous to call there. Going to stop it.
And now typically, Josh, as you can see on the camera, they usually wear ankle bracelets indicating who the green wrestler is and who the red wrestler is, but none of that tonight.
I don't think so. No headgear, no ankle bracelet.
No, I was wondering that.
We're going to bend the rules just a little bit. Hey, kick out and escape for Zittel at the 103 mark. He takes a 3-0 lead.
And he's building a commanding lead. Back when he wrestled for Coach Bauer Sox, a 3-point lead was gold back then. Then you just sort of rode it out.
Yeah, Tyler had an interesting career. He jumped up to heavyweight, became a really undersized heavyweight as a senior, and made it happen. A district runner-up. He used a lot of stamina, quickness to beat some of those bigger heavyweights. Double stall by Rick Trimmer. We knew it was a matter of time.
Yeah, well,
at the
there we go.
42nd mark.
He's getting a nice round of applause. Hands here.
Exhibition or not, Coach Mr. Trimmer wants to see him wrestle.
And Mr. Trimmer was picking on us before we even went on the air. He said he was watching a couple of our pre-taped interviews, and he said, I'll hit him with stalling right away.
Yeah, don't worry, fellas.
If I deem it warranted.
Shot by Kyle Floor there, kind of a half shot. Front headlock by Zittel. Let's see if he can spin and win here in the last 15 seconds.
Josh, Kyle trails 3-0. He's going to have to take a full shot to get back into this because like I said, these Littlestown wrestlers, the way they're brought up under Coach Bauer Sox, Mr. Zittel's just trying to protect a 3-0 lead right now.
Yep, did a good job there. Shut that down. We're a second away from ending the second period. It's 3-0. Tyler Zittel from Littlestown over Fairfield's Kyle Floor.
Nice. Floor will probably take down, and what Zittel's just going to try to do here is ride him out because they're both probably winded.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm impressed so far. Zittel looks pretty good. I don't see a lot of huffing and puffing here.
No, you don't. But like you said, they both just sort of got out of high school within the last 4 or 5 years. Both in college, probably involved in intramurals. Mm-hmm. You know how you and me were always involved in that sort of thing, just to stay in shape. And like I said, Zittel's just going to try to ride him out here the 90 seconds and try to protect this lead.
Yeah, at worst case scenario, he's going to be able to cut him free, still hold his two-point lead at that point, and just continue to wrestle smart, stay in good position.
And what they always tell you, your coaches in high school or in college, and Coach Smith is here, we're going to see him compete tonight, is that first takedown is always critical. And that's Zittel picked up where he left off.
Yep, under a minute to go here, 3-0. Tyler Zittel in control and on top. Kyle Floor's got to get something going here if he hopes to jump back into this thing. We're down to 45 seconds.
He's trying to hit a roll, couldn't quite execute it. You were talking about Zittel being a lighter, a heavyweight, but being really effective for Littlestown. And that's what those lighter heavyweights do. Mm-hmm. They rely more on finesse, whereas...
we got a stall there.
I mean, that's another surprise here. But,
that's going to be, that's going to put Floor on the board at the 32-second mark. So...
Mr. Trimmer just smacked him in the rear end and said, let's get going, son.
He's got 32 seconds. That brings some new life to Kyle Floor. He's down by 2. Now he's down by 1 with 30 seconds to go. See if Kyle Floor can hit a takedown and win this thing.
Yeah. If he could do it, what we used to see him do for the Knights was he was good with upper body. He tried to do a little shuck. He's running out of time here, just 18 seconds though, Josh.
I think you got to see one good shot. Oh, there's a half a shot.
That'll win it.
Good job by Tyler Zittel on the counter. That's probably going to do it with 10 seconds to go. Nice counter by Zittel. He takes a 5-2 lead.
This is what Zittel did for Littlestown all those years as a heavyweight. He used finesse to get by. He scored 5 points today. Nice match for Tyler Zittel. Good sportsmanship there. They both had a great time.
Nice job there. The opening bout goes to Tyler Zittel of Littlestown, 5-3 over Kyle Floor of Fairfield.
And I'm sure if you asked them again, they wouldn't want to do it for another year. They're both completely gassed.
I don't see John.
They'll probably be sore for the next month.
Harry Smith.
And now we have Sheldon Smith and Harry Smith.
Yeah, the fans are going to get into this match, Josh. The Smith brothers are wearing their respective college singlets.
Scott, the interesting thing about that, Westchester no longer has a collegiate program, so Coach Smith going old school here with his Westchester singlet.
Yeah, and Perry had told the press before he wanted to get involved in this. When he was asked, he said, yeah, why not? It's going to be a great time. They've worked out once or twice in preparation for it, so we'll see how they do. I think the minutes in this bout are going to be 1-1-1.
Yeah, I got a feeling. And it's kind of hard to blame the guys. Coach Smith said it's been 27 years since he last competed.
Well, he's been in the wrestling room, as you know, he's the head coach for Gettysburg High School. So when he's talking about competing, he means, he actually tried to win a bout.
Right.
But he competes with his kids in the practice room, so he's definitely ready for this. Now, I am wondering about Sheldon, how much Sheldon is ready
Perry's
for this.
pummeling in, you could tell. He said this was going to get competitive early. No doubt about it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, like I said, this is what Perry usually likes to wrestle with. The upper weights are in the Gettysburg practice room, and this is what you try to teach your upper weights, pummeling. Yeah, look at this.
Going for the double underhooks there. Coach Smith trying to pummel in. Got a feeling a throw, a lateral drop by Coach Smith.
And listen to the crowd. They're really behind Coach Smith here at Gettysburg, and why not? He's coached here for more than 20 years.
Huge lateral drop.
Big fan favorite here. Listen to the crowd.
Coach Smith was setting that up. He really pummeled in hard. As soon as Sheldon pushed back, Perry hits a giant throw. 2-0, Perry Smith over his brother Sheldon.
He was working on that move probably the last 3 weeks in preparation.
Oh, here we have a reversal. Sheldon R2. Coach Smith E1. 3-2 Perry Smith.
Well, and the head official, okay, he's defending that call right there. Looked a little quick on the reversal, then a quick escape there. That's the ruling on the mat stand.
Yep, 3-2 Coach Smith over his brother. Coach Smith, I don't think he's questioning the score. I think he's trying to buy a breath or two here.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if they want their coach to come out and argue it, they don't have one on the mat. He didn't like the call.
He's got to fix his let him alone.
We have a singlet malfunction.
This is clearly an attempt to grab some extra time, but still, what a great throw there by Coach Smith to open the action.
Yeah, it looked like, you had said it's been 27 years since he competed competitively. It didn't look like it at all.
No, that was good form. Definitely Coach Smith the aggressor. Oh, nice shot by Sheldon. Drops down on a low single. Elevates.
He has 5 seconds.
Elevates. No takedown, no takedown. Nice job.
It was a great shot with just 10 seconds left there in the period, but Sheldon just couldn't finish, and that's something that, Perry's always coaching his wrestlers. You get in there with the shot, you got to finish.
All right, 10-minute break. You guys.
Nice job by Coach Smith there, fighting that off. Sheldon with a low single did a good job, and you can tell right away, Scott. I know this is a fun event, but the look on the face is there's competitive juices flowing between these two,
And
no question.
They're both worn out and tired, but they got 2 more skills.
I'm going to say they're both in better shape than I am at this point after 90 seconds. I'm giving them tip of the cap.
Yeah.
Coach Smith on top here, see if Sheldon can get away. Stands up, he's going to look to cut in. He cuts in, and there's the E1 at the 52nd mark, 3-3. 3-3 here in a battle of the Smith brothers.
Yeah, tie bout here. We're just underway in the 2nd period. They're both a little bit winded, and now a takedown.
Oh, quick shot off the whistle by Coach Smith. We'll see if he can hit a funk here. Sheldon fighting off with a hard whizzer. Stuff in the head. Technique is coming back to these guys really easily. This is a fantastic bout. Nice counter by Sheldon. Takedown 31 seconds ago. He takes a 5-3 lead.
Well, that's a critical takedown right there. As you know, Perry hit the first takedown to take a 2-0 lead, and now Sheldon's clawing his way back, and this is his first lead of the bout.
Yeah, nice job. Really good counter there. Stuffed the head, went with a hard whizzer, was able to kind of work his way out of that. 5-3, Sheldon on top, 21 seconds to go here in the 2nd period. 2nd bout of the night at the Legends of Adams County Wrestling event in front of a really, really enthusiastic crowd, having a great time here at Gettysburg. Sit out by Coach Smith.
Yeah, Perry's trying to hit a switch there, just didn't have enough momentum to turn the corner. Sheldon's going to try to ride him out here with just 10 seconds left in this period to protect his 5-3 lead right now.
We're down to 5. Oh, going for an arm bar there. Has the arm pinned on across the back.
Oh, I mean, this is... he broke his brother down right there. I mean, he was potentially could have turned him if he had more time on the clock.
Yeah, no doubt in mind, Scott. There's reputations at stake here. Coach Smith takes neutral. We've got a minute to decide this thing. Sheldon leads Perry 5-3, 1 minute to go in the match. Perry's going up upper body, Scott. We're going to see if he can hit another one of those tosses.
And I think Perry took neutral here. I missed it. Well, he should have, because you remember he took the early 2-0 lead in this bout. He needs to tie it up quick. If he can hit a throw, I think you're going to look for Perry.
Good
to
breakdown.
Try. Oh! Look at this. This is big. This is huge.
And over-under. Does he get the back points?
Yep.
He does at 2-2.
I was about ready to say he's going to try to hit a throw and catch the back points there. He just took a 7-5 lead.
2-2. Oh, and a reversal. 30 seconds to go.
Could be our first overtime match of the night, Josh.
Can Sheldon ride him out? We've got 23 seconds left.
And it's the only, I think, brother-to-brother bout on the card tonight.
The Haynes brothers.
Oh, you're right. Sorry about that.
Out of bounds they go, Scotty. 15 seconds left. We're all tied up, 7-7. Perry needs an escape or a reversal here. What a fantastic bout. Great action here by the Smith brothers.
Well, and this is pretty big. This is a big restart, because now Perry had a chance to catch his breath, and he's going to be looking to jump the gun here.
I'm thinking a quick sit out, maybe a stand up.
Oh, see, like I said, he was looking to jump the gun there, and what that is, Josh, that's a caution, as you know. You can't jump before the whistle.
It's also a great chance to get your breath here for another couple of seconds, as Coach Smith is doing, and no complaints there. Here we go, 15 seconds to go. What a match here. Fans pounding the bleachers, getting excited. We'll see if which Smith brother has bragging rights at the Thanksgiving dinner table.
He almost broke out of it. Sheldon needs to hang on or get him out of bounds. And look, if you can tilt him 90 degrees.
Oh, nice job.
Just 4 seconds here. Just 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Perry and Sheldon Smith. Yeah,
7-7, outstanding.
Are they going to do overtime?
I think we might call that a draw. Fantastic bout by the Smith brothers. 7-7,
right.
great bout.
It's a draw. Some of the fans are booing. They wanted them to finish it, but I think, like you said, most of these bouts, they agreed if it ends in a tie, you want to go into overtime, and the Smith brothers are like, nah, we'll take a draw.
All right, here we go. Next bout, our third bout of the night. We've got DeLone Catholic graduate Eric Furman. Eric's fantastic wrestler for the Squires, 2004 graduate, 2-time district champion, 2-time regional champion, a 2-time state medalist. I saw him take 5th. He also placed 8th. Fantastic career in high school. He was a big part of that run that helped DeLone Catholic win a district team title. So Eric Furman's fantastic wrestler. He's taking on Nate Murren from Littlestown. Nate was a late addition to the lineup. Nate had a very nice career at Littlestown, but in an odd twist, Scott, he goes better in college than in high school. He went on to Ursinus College and won over 100 matches in college. This should be a really interesting bout.
We actually see a lot of that with a lot of our Adams County kids. I mean, they have productive high school careers. But when we say productive, you know, they take a lot of 3rd places, a lot of 4th places. But you know, you can wrestle for any high school team in Adams County. Then go on to college, and because you're in such good shape, and because you've been trained the right way, you can really dominate in a lot of those Division III schools.
Yeah, they continue to excel after the high school. I think you're right. It's that foundation that was established here.
Here we go between Murren and Furman. 90-second periods here, Josh. In this one, they're back up to 90-second periods.
And I know Furman had been doing some coaching at DeLone Catholic, so it looks like he's in pretty good shape. Nate Murren, not that long out of college. Pretty good size advantage, I'm going to say, by Nate here. Definitely a thick wrestler. He wrestled 97 his senior year at college. Big, strong guy. We'll see if Eric can kind of use his quickness and speed to maybe counter that strength advantage that Nate Murren has.
Like we talked about before we went on the air, takedowns are very, very critical here. Both real good stances for not being in the wrestling
it's coming
room
back.
in a long time.
I've been really impressed with these guys. Nice job there. And just to mention Nate Murren in the blue, Eric Furman in the DeLone Catholic black and gold. Good shot by Furman outside single. See if he can finish. See if he tries to elevate here with 40 seconds to go in the first period. Murren whizzers in hard.
Now he wants to finish now. Furman has the leg. He's going to try to bring him to the mat and get behind him. Oh, there we go. He should have it here coming up. If he can hit the cradle, Josh.
Got a little greedy there. Murren's a big, strong guy. It's going to be that's a move you're going to finish on most guys. A little bit too much strength apart, but nice counter by Murren there.
Yeah, and Murren's getting a nice round of applause from these wrestling fans. I mean, he was in a tight hold there and could have very easily given up too.
Yeah, very, very nice job.
But he broke out of him. Well, we've seen a lot of youngsters over the years that just gave up the 2 points there, but no quitting these guys.
No, Furman took a shot there, jumping out to the near side cradle, and a good counter by Furman. We're about to wrap up what will be a scoreless first period between Eric Furman and Nate Murren.
And now they're going to go into the second period. This is the first scoreless first period we've seen tonight.
Yep, but good action, plenty of good action
yeah.
by these two.
It's, Furman and Murin trying to fill each other out here. Now Murin could take the early lead here if he can get out from the bottom. We'll see if Furman can work a tilt or a
This
or
is
a
where I
pinning
think that
combination.
size advantage is going to come into play for Nate.
Okay, good
Good
point.
Granby. Goes
at
again,
this.
maybe to a Peterson. Trying to come out the back door here. He went Granby to Peterson. Looking to come out the back. If he can cut and turn, might have a reversal here. Furman might be able to hold on here and get a count or get a stalemate. Good action again. Good chain wrestling here by these two. Very competitive bout.
They both look like they've been they're in shape and they're ready for this one.
These guys weren't doing the push-up, sit-up regimen.
I guarantee you.
These guys have been going.
Yeah, and Furman has been out of school quite a while. He just got out of DeLone Catholic in 2004. So this is almost been about 10 years since he's been in a high school wrestling mat.
Yeah, nice job there. He's got the legs in, going for a turn. Hip sunk a little bit low, but he's fine there.
Yeah, and he always liked to run the legs whenever he was in the Squire wrestling room.
Shoes off.
We're going to see the call here.
See that off, and Murren is going to get the escape he's going to get the escape at the 37-second mark. So we've got 1-0. Furman loses a shoe and falls behind.
Well, it's been a number of years since they probably even got the shoes out of the closet. And I'd be surprised if any of them fit anymore. And we were looking at a bunch of the wrestlers when they were warming up. I mean, a lot, as you can see, there's no headgears to be found.
Right.
Nobody has a headgear.
Good shot. Good shot by Nate Murren. Nice scramble by Furman. Fantastic scramble. Loses
there, he lost a shoe again.
Great action here by these two. Fantastic flurry.
And very few of them even have knee pads.
Great flurry there. Eric Furman able to counter out. Murren had a good scoring opportunity there. Each wrestler so far has had a good scoring opportunity, just not quite able to see the finish.
Hey, Murren worked out from the bottom. See, has that 1-0 lead, and this will probably hold with just 5 seconds left here in the period, Josh. But Furman will probably take down here to try to even the score in the third period.
Yeah, no question. Be sure to get one of each at least, or a couple. One nothing here. Nate Murren leads Eric Furman. Furman on the bottom. And a size advantage could come into play here in the final minute 30 of this match. Murren quite a bit bigger. He hooks a leg in. Loading up on the right side, see if he can get a turn.
Yeah, both these kids are riding legs here whenever they're on top. And that's what they both did at their respective programs for Littlestown and DeLone.
Furman trying to sit through, but until he clears that arm, Murren's going to be able to maintain control.
Yeah, Furman's having trouble even working back up to his base, so
Yeah,
Nate has in a good leg hold right here.
That size and strength advantage, I think,
look
come
at
into play.
this.
Nice sit up, see if he can finish. We're going to re-switch. Nice job by
Wow.
Murren. Big power move there. Furman looked to be in good shape. We got 38 seconds to go. Furman's in a good spot here. If he can kind of scurry out the back, get to his feet maybe, and get that one.
Well, he's trying. He's on the edge of the mat, though. Nope. No, he didn't.
Very close.
He couldn't break the hold and get out to the neutral position. He was on his feet, but Nate still had in a good lock there. Getting sort of winded here, so he needs to suck it up for these last 28 seconds and try to get one. Only 1-0. This is our lowest scoring encounter of the night.
I'll tell you, it's had as much action as any any normal high school bout that we're going to see.
Yeah, just some near misses.
Somebody it was a great 1-0 bout. That's not exaggeration here. This has been fantastic. 18 seconds to go. Furman's got to get something going. Murren goes back to a leg on the left side, traps the right arm to his feet. If he can cut in, Furman trying to cut in, get the one. I think that's going to do
He
it.
did. He just tied the matchup, Josh, with 7 seconds left.
Nice job by Eric Furman to get his one.
Now we'll see if this match ends in a draw.
Who's going to gamble here, Scott? Who's going to gamble and go ahead and take one last
Well,
shot?
you got a Squire and a Bolt, so I think they both might go for it.
Here we go. Furman with the half.
Sort of the half shot there.
And that's a well-deserved tie. Nice job by both men.
Oh!
1-1. Nate Murren of Littlestown, Eric Furman, Lone Catholic. Fantastic bout by both. Oh, wait, these guys are saying we're going to go to overtime.
Mr. Trimmer's asking if they want to go to overtime, and they agreed to it. Here we go. Mr. Trimmer waving them both down. They're a little bit worn out.
Overtime here. We've got 30 seconds to settle it.
Yeah, 30 seconds sudden death here is what you see here in this first overtime period.
Scott, it's a matter of who's going to pull the trigger first. Who's going to take that first shot and risk a counter?
I don't know if you'll see any of them take a shot at this point deep into the match. They might try to hit a throw.
Yeah, Murren's pummeling in hard. Furman very quick. Oh, nice back trip attempt.
Legs feel a little bit like Jell-O when you haven't been out there like this.
We're down to 2 seconds. That's going to do it. Outstanding bout by these guys.
Now they're going to go top and bottom. They're going to finish this thing till it ends. So now they're in the 2 ride-out periods, Josh.
Playing it by the book here.
Yeah. So they have 2 ride-out periods. If that ends in a tie, well, who would know what they'll do? but I think you're going to see
get to their feet first wins it by default.
You're going to see the 2 ride-out periods now.
Furman back to the legs.
Yeah, and there you had a potentially dangerous hold right there.
He jumps in the leg again. I think that's a good plan of attack here. Try to neutralize some of Murren's strength. Murren to his feet, see if he can cut in.
Yeah,
20 seconds to go. He's looking for a.
He just got to break
breakdown.
that. He just got to break that lock. Furman locked his hands there for a gut wrench on his feet, but you're allowed to do that in that situation. Anytime a wrestler works those feet, you're allowed to lock your hands, opposed to whenever you're on the mat.
Yeah,
it's illegal in that.
You have illegal locked hands, which would be a point.
You used to do it a lot when you were a heavyweight for Biglerville.
Yeah, Rick Trimmer's having a lot of fun here with Nate Murren here. He's, but Nate is cracking Mr. Trimmer up quite a bit. Got the lock again. We're under 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, this 30-second ride-out period could end in another draw. Big throw.
Nice job by Murren.
Nate gets out.
And he escapes with 2 seconds to go.
Okay, so that was a sudden death ride-out period, Josh. Nate with the 1-point win there with just a couple of ticks left on the clock.
Very nice.
That was our first overtime bout of the night, and a Bolt comes out victorious.
Yeah, tucked his head halfway through it. Did a really good job.
Now we got Brian Pitzer and Kevin Keller. This is the first Biglerville canner that we get to see take the mat tonight.
A lot of Biglerville fans here tonight. I can't see a bunch of them. We're going to see they get their first chance to see Brian Pitzer in quite a while. Brian, a state finalist as a sophomore, held the Biglerville career wins record for quite a number of years, over 130 career wins. Unbelievable pinning power by Brian Pitzer. He's a fantastic wrestler. Love to go upper body, a lot of throws.
Yeah, Brian was always very popular with that. Of course, he was under legendary head coach Mike Bucher over at Biglerville. Went to the state tournament then under Coach Wes Bard. Placed at states, I believe it was his sophomore year. Had a really good season. Went to states. He's the only, I think, well, he won sectionals 3 times, Josh.
And districts 4 times.
Right.
4-time district champion.
And then he went to Bucknell and just had a real good career out there.
He's taking on a fellow district champion, Kevin Keller, a 1996 AAA champion for the Warriors. We'll see if Brian decides to go upper body here. That was his forte when he was a wrestler in high school and college.
Tell you what, I don't know how they're going to top Nate Murren's last win.
Yeah.
In double overtime. My gosh.
That's a fantastic. Furman went for the toss. Murren countered it. Fantastic. Half shot by Pitzer. He's in the black and gold. Keller in the black with the maroon stripe around the waist. There's a shot by Pitzer. He's in on the double. Keller stuffs the head, goes for a whizzer. Uh-oh, here's what Brian Pitzer likes to be.
Yeah. Well, he just gave a big mistake right there by the
I'm not sure who's got it.
By the 100-match winner from Biglerville.
Pitzer's still hanging on. He rolls into a headlock.
Ron, he just got 2 for the reversal right there.
5 for Keller. Now we've got a reversal.
And he's got him tight.
And I don't know where he got that singlet.
That was a 5-pointer to a 5-pointer here. Pitzer countered the toss, gave up the 3 back, goes into a headlock. Wow.
And you know what? This is what you'd expect
5 to 5.
from these two guys. Big points, 5-point moves. This is what they did in their careers, and even though they haven't been on a mat in 20 years, that's what we're going to see from them tonight.
Tying up there, that's something Brian Pitzer's all too comfortable if you're Keller. You're going right into his strength there. Although Keller, nice job there, was able to take him down, get his 3 backs. Pitzer rolls through into a headlock. Somehow, we've got a 5-5 score here, Scotty.
Yeah, Keller's a guy we haven't seen in a while, Josh. He might be, other than the Smith brothers, one of the oldest competitors that we see here, along with Brian. Graduated in 1996. He did win a District 3 AAA title. He was an upperweight for the Warriors there and a senior citizen at 171 pounds. Then he went to state, so he has quite the resume here for the Gettysburg Warriors, just like Brian does for Big Lavelle.
And what were the chances there? Back to instincts. Brian Pitzer gets on top, goes for a bar right away. Trademark bar from Big Lavelle.
Brian hit a lot of throws, and he ran a lot of. He perfected that bar in his 4 seasons with Big Lavelle.
We're seeing a lot of smiles from Brian Pitzer here and Kevin Keller. They're both having a good time, laughing.
Yeah, Brian's entire family is here. I saw his mom and his dad. I'm sure his wife and his kids are here as well. I mean, who would want to miss this? I see Shane Leggett for Big Lavelle getting warmed up now outside of the locker room. He's got on his Big Lavelle paraphernalia. It's amazing that these guys haven't been in school for so long, but they all have their old uniforms just in their closet or in their drawers.
Stalemate here. 5-5, 40 seconds to go, second period. Brian Pitzer of Big Lavelle with the canter on the back. Kevin Keller from Gettysburg. Keller taking down here. We had a trading 5-point moves in the first period. We'll see what these guys have in store over the last 40 seconds of the second. Keller gets to his feet. Pitzer is able to break him down. He's looking for that bar, Scotty. A little better shot at it this time.
Well, he's had it locked in here for most of this period, but hasn't been able to turn Keller at all. Keller has a good base right here, and he's just too tough to turn. So I think with just 20 more seconds here, Josh, left in this period, we'll probably see Brian take down or neutral to try to get some points.
Yeah, I would believe so. We're down to 10 seconds to go. Pitzer's been able to ride on top. He legendary tight waist, and he's gone right back to his strength here.
Well, it's very fitting, legendary tight waist. We have the Legends of Adams County tonight. We'll see what Brian decides to do. Okay, he's going to take down. And I tell you what, if he gets to his speed, it could be another wild third period with both Keller and Pitzer from the neutral position.
Sheldon Smith comes out for some water for the wrestlers. Rick Trimmer says, "I'll have that," and that's enough of the water for you guys.
Yeah, so Pitzer does take down. He's going to try to get to his feet for an escape or hit a switch or a reversal here. Didn't really have a good first move there as Keller breaks him down to his base.
Minute 15 to go, third period, 5-5. We'll see if we can get some action. These guys definitely plenty of action on their feet. They went at it right away. Pitzer trying to turn in. Keller doing a nice job with the wrist control, Scott, here. Good ride.
Yeah, they both rode really well from the top position. After we saw that flurry of 10 points in the first period, we had a scoreless second period, and we're scoreless so far after 30 ticks in the third.
Keller with the bar. He's got a bar on one side. See if he can use that. It's in pretty deep.
Yeah, Josh, we'd have to look at our records, but I don't know if these two ever crossed paths in high school. They were in school at the same time, but I don't know if they crossed paths.
Yeah, not sure. Interesting call there. Interesting call. 45 seconds to go.
And I think they both got hit with a double stall call there as well. Just 45 seconds. They're both, Keller and Pitzer, trying to find like a burst of energy here to try to take command of this match.
Oh, quick sit attempt by Pitzer. Keller's locked in on that left side again.
Yeah, it looked like Keller had him scouted out. He was ready for that move. He's got the leg locked in.
He's got a deep bar on this time, Scott. 33 seconds to go. Bar's in deep. He's stepping out front to run it. I think he's going to get something out of this, Scotty. Pitzer's able to base on the other side. Yeah. Brian did a nice job. We're down to 20 seconds.
And this is where having a number of children benefits you, because they're crawling all over you.
You're wrestling the Rugrats all the time. Yeah, we're down to 15.
They're crawling all over you trying to beat you up, and then you get out here and you're competing again, and you're just used to having the Rugrats trying to beat you up all night.
Pitzer trying to get out front. Not going to do it.
Just 3 seconds left.
2 and 1. 5-5.
I think we're going to call it a draw here.
One of these guys want any parts of overtime?
Well, the head official's smiling about it.
5-5. Nice job. Brian Pitzer, Biglerville, Kevin Keller of Gettysburg.
That was a great match. All the points were scored in the first period, and then Keller and Pitzer looked like they didn't lose a step from that top position. They both rode each other for the full 90-second periods.
Yeah, very nicely done.
Shane Leggett of
We're going to go back-to-back, Gettysburg versus Biglerville here. Justin Shue of Gettysburg and Shane Leggett of Biglerville. This is the first of our 4 state champions, Scotty.
Yeah, of course, Shane Leggett. I was a teammate of his for a number of years, a good close personal friend of mine. Of course, he won it at 103 pounds back in 1999. His brother...
about John.
Down on the gym floor with him. He just cracked Shane's back, so Shane looks like he's fired up and ready.
Shane, a 4-time sectional champion, 2-time state medalist, and, as we mentioned, a state champion. He was also the former wins record holder at Biglerville. Over 130 wins, and Shane just a supreme winner.
Yeah, that's what Shane was known for at Biglerville. Of course, under head coach Bob Gano, his first couple years there at Biglerville. Shane was on top of the Biglerville leaderboard as far as pins were concerned there for a number of years. Every time Shane went out, you just expected 6 points. That's just the way. That's his style.
97 career pins. It's kind of hard not to.
Yeah, that was his style. That's what he did, and he ran one move, a half Nelson, and nobody could stop it.
Yeah, Shane. We'll see if conditioning is a factor here. He admittedly said, "Hey, I'm not in great shape. I won't be in great shape when this happens. I'm just going to go have some fun and see what happens here."
Yeah, and I talked to his dad out in the hallway. I said, "How do you think Shane will do?" "Oh, he's been sitting on the couch for 10 years." So his dad's not even too optimistic, but he looks all right here so far tonight.
Justin Shue had a front headlock, backs out of that. Back to their feet. As we mentioned, Shane's prowess has always been from the top position, so we'll see what happens when he gets a chance, if he gets a chance to go top here. 45 seconds ago, nice shot by Shue. He's in on a single. He elevates.
Shane
buries in.
Shane always had a good stance from the neutral position. Very rare to see him give up a takedown, but as you can see, Shane always had good leverage.
He's whizzing hard like he used to.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We'll see how he works out of this one. Don't think he's going to bridge out of that one, Scotty.
No, he's in a predicament right there. But
23 seconds to go. 5-point move.
Yeah,
for Justin Shue.
Leggett got caught in a predicament there, but to his credit, he fought off his back. Sometimes Mr. Trimmer gets a little trigger happy whenever a wrestler's down on their back.
I'll tell you what, Scott, visions of Shane's former matches in high school. He'd be able to reach back like that, counter these impossible angles, and get out, but not there. Justin Shue, nice job of countering, used his strength to his advantage, and he holds a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, I trained with Shane at practice a lot. Shane had an uncanny ability to just get out of any predicament that he found himself in, which is what you just saw there. He's on his back, very easily could have gave in, but his body bends in directions that you just never saw for anybody.
Yeah.
And that's how he ended up he won a state title. He placed at states a couple times.
And not surprisingly here, he takes top. Wants no parts of being underneath of Justin again.
No.
And it's only a matter of time before he's looking to crank in one of those half Nelsons.
Well,
high on his ride. Way high on his ride here. Justin's looking to pop his head and get out the back door.
And Shue knows what's coming too, so he's gonna he's doing anything but having his elbows extended up near his ear.
Yeah. Shane trying to stuff the head. If Shue can just pop his head here, he's going to get the reversal. It's coming, and there it is at the 26-second mark. R2 for Justin Shue.
Yeah, I don't know if Shane's run a half Nelson in 13 years, so he's trying to work it. He was trying to work it there and just couldn't get any leverage to turn him.
Shue goes to a leg ride here. He says, hey, I can run a half too. He cranks in a pretty deep half. Shane trying to work out. Sits up. Shue cranks him back down. We're down to 5 seconds. Back points coming for Justin Shue. He's going to pick up a pair, and that's going to make it 9. Definitely working on some things here, Scotty.
Yeah, Shue's out to an early lead, 9-0. Not sure a lot of people really expected this, but then again, you know, as Shane admitted, he was going to do a push-up or a sit-up to try to get ready for this one tonight. He's in a top position, so he can work a turn, but if he does work a turn, he's going to want to stick him. Yeah, because 9 points, or just minute periods, sort of insurmountable.
He's got one shot here.
Yeah.
60 seconds to lock in one. He's going to cut him loose.
Yeah, Shane's going to go for a big throw or a takedown here. And his kids and his mom are watching from the front row. They're very proud of him regardless.
Shane's got 1 second, or one shot here. Justin with the shot, and he's done a nice job tonight forcing the action. Scotty.
You can never miss Shane's dad. He was always the loudest person in the stands, and that holds true here tonight. I can hear him from the other side of the gymnasium.
Nice job. There we heard Donnie Leggett.
Yeah,
we're down to 25 seconds to go.
Like you talked
Shane gets a takedown.
Shu had a pretty remarkable career for Gettysburg. You know, 3 section championships.
100-match winner.
Yeah, a District 3 runner-up, and he qualified for state. So just a pretty impeccable career over there for Gettysburg.
And a very nice job here tonight, taking out the first of our 4 state champs. 10-2, Justin Shu. Nicely done by both gentlemen. Gettysburg takes that one 10-2. Justin Shu over Shane Leggett.
Yep, Leggett and Mr. Trimmer exchanging a laugh there. Of course, some of that Big Level Bermudian camaraderie. Justin Shu looked really good. Shane will probably want to come back next year to try to score a little bit. That's just the competitive spirit that he has.
Corey Beaver was a 3-time section.
This is the match I've been looking forward to the most, Scotty. Ricky Schmellion of Bermudian Springs. Corey Beaver of Littlestown. We've got 2 state champs. These guys won state titles in back-to-back years here. Ricky won his, then Corey won his. Fantastic careers. Multiple state medals for Ricky. Corey, outstanding wrestlers, terrific on his feet. Should be a terrific matchup. On paper, this is 2 of our most decorated wrestlers in Adams County history.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first time tonight that we see an Eagle wrestler out on the mat, unless I'm wrong. So it'll be good to see one of the Schmellion brothers back out here representing Bermudian Springs. Of course, he was coached by Dave McCollum under head coach Dave Bowersox there at Littlestown. Just a remarkable career for him as well. And this is another matchup that we've seen a lot of guys that have had stellar careers for in Adams County schools, but they didn't cross paths in high school.
Yeah, absolutely. Different weight classes. Ricky was always pretty low, down in 130, 135 range. Corey, 52, 60, somewhere in that. Both distinguished careers here in high school. Ricky also a very distinguished career at Bloomsburg, a multiple NCAA Division I national qualifier. So fantastic credentials by both these guys.
Yep, as you can see, Schmellion in the Bloomsburg uniform. Beaver electing to go with his old school Littlestown singlet. And I'm sure, you know, when these guys called their alma maters and said, look, I'm getting back on the mat after a 10-year break. Do you happen to have an extra singlet laying around?
And maybe one a bit larger than I had last time I was there.
For you, they'd probably say, you know what, not really. We'd have to really look.
How about a pair of sweats? Will that do? I think that'll be fine.
We'd have to really go up to the attic to look for an old box for you, Josh.
I don't think it goes back to the big old Ram days, but...
Were they the Rams at one point?
Legend has it. They were blue and white.
I don't know if I believe that.
I don't believe that either, but that's what I was told. Hey, Ricky drops down on a single. He's going to get the 2.
Yeah.
Take down. Ricky Schmellion, 43 seconds left in the opening period.
Yeah, great shot. Finished it off. Beaver down to his base right away. That's an easy 2 there, even though it was on the edge of the map.
And here's what I remember most about Ricky Scott from high school. I had a chance to cover his entire high school career. Outstanding from the top position. He had a number of tilts. Excellent top control. He could ride legs. He could tilt. His forte was getting on top and just sucking the life out of a match.
Yeah, and we were talking about kids that were good student athletes here in Adams County and then went on to college. Well, Schmellion was just a superb student athlete, and then he went to college and excelled. I mean,
and Corey Beaver as well. He went to Penn. Don't believe they let every Tom, Dick, and Harry into Penn.
Yeah, they were great in high school.
Did
And
you
then
apply to Penn?
yeah, they put my they put my application in one of their piles. That's for sure.
We're under 5 seconds to go here. Ricky Schmelian, 2-0 lead over Corey Beaver of Littletown. Ricky in the maroon, Corey in the blue. And again, as we saw there, I don't think Corey wants any parts of getting back underneath of Ricky. That's his forte. He's just a dominating wrestler from the top position.
And Schmelian with a 2-0 lead here. I'm sure he wanted more.
I really thought Corey made his hay on his feet in high school. Fantastic array of shots, but he's going to go back under.
You know, it wasn't too long ago that we used to see Beaver out there wrestling for the Bolts. In fact, he graduated in 2008.
Oh, nice job. A high turn by Ricky. He's got a deep half. He's not going to be able to pick up the back points. Nice high half turn there.
I think the last time Coach Bowersox was actually in the wrestling room was Beaver's final year for Littlestown. I have to go back and double check that fact, but I believe that was one of the last wrestlers he coached in States for the Bolts.
And what an unbelievable win that was for Corey. Cut
Yeah.
his opponent with 30 seconds to go. Needed to take
You're
down
right.
to win a title, and he got it.
You're right. Just very gifted on the mat and in the classroom as well.
We're under a minute here to go. Second period, Ricky Schmelian from Bermudian Springs, Littlestown's Corey Beaver. Schmelian leads 2-0 on a first period takedown.
And we only have one more bout coming up after this, Josh. That's the Haynes brothers. They're both getting warmed up now. I don't think either brother has actually looked at each other this entire night.
We're not going to see handshakes and hugs ahead of time. Maybe after, but clearly not ahead of the match.
And depending on what happens in that bout, it could very well affect like the Thanksgiving dinner meal in a couple of weeks.
Could be sending postcards at Christmas. Living in towns that adjoin each other.
Well, you save more on the stamp that way.
There we see. That's a classic Ricky Schmelian tilt. He's going to pick up two there.
Yeah, that's a sort of tilt, Josh. I know you used to wrestle, and I did too. That you don't really know that you're even locked in that hold until all of a sudden the official's counting back points. You're like, whoa, how did I end up there?
A lot of schools will go ahead and call that a cheap tilt.
Yeah.
Points are points, nothing cheap about it, but it is kind of that cheap tilt. So Ricky's going to double his lead to 4-0 here with 11 seconds left in the second period. I was really surprised again that Corey took down because Ricky's such a dominating wrestler from the top position.
So Ricky should get the choice here in the third period. Yeah, they're going to give him back points. It's not on the board right now, but I think Mr. Trimmer just said it should be 4-0.
Yeah. Ricky locks in there. Locks in. He's going to take the lead into the third period. It is, in fact, 4-0, and it's going to be Ricky's choice here for the third and final period.
Yeah, like we talked about before we went on the air, we got a nice crowd here on hand. More than half of the gym is full, probably about 60-70% on the home and away side. Good turnout supporting the Wounded Warriors program and the former legends of Adams County.
Yeah, great event here. Can't wait to talk to Chris Haynes afterwards and get a feel for the numbers. And I know the excitement's been high, and just hoping this thing can become an annual event. To their feet here, we'll see if Corey can get something done in the final minute and a half.
Well, he only trails by 4 points. So if he can catch Schmelian, right there, he
toss.
just tried to.
Oh, nice counter by Ricky. Keeps both feet in. He's going to get two. See if he can pull him in.
That's a great counter.
Yeah.
One of his teammates is yelling, "Look where you're at!" I mean, right there at the edge of the mat. That's just a great counter. Knowing your surroundings on the mat. That's what you're always coached.
And that's kind of a classic Schmelian here. Always in position. He never as a kid. Let's say a kid here. I'm referencing back to covering these guys in high school. Always calm, even in high pressure situations, tight matches. It didn't matter. Very calm, very collected. And right there, Corey goes big. Ricky Cooley counters, gets his two, takes a 6-0 lead, and he's right back where he wants to be on top. Going again for that high half turn.
What a great series we just saw there between these two veteran wrestlers, Ricky Schmelian and Corey Beaver. Corey trailing by 4 there, went to hit a big move on the edge of the mat, a lat drop, and Schmelian knew where he was, and he was able to counter and keep his feet in bounds.
Yeah. Nice job here.
And they haven't lost a step.
Rick Trimmer, Hits a fellow Berm alum with a stall.
Yeah, I don't think Ricky liked that call too much. He's up, by 6 points, pretty much in command of this bout, but Mr. Trimmer seemed to think it was very, very funny.
Roll through another turn, see if Ricky's going to pick up a couple more back points, maybe get his major, and indeed he will. His second kill of the night. Rick Trimmer's holding 2. That's going to make it 8-0 with 10 seconds to go.
Hey, that'd be the second major decision that we've seen tonight. Of course, the previous match between Shane Leggett and Justin Shu also ended in that 10-2 major decision. This one's over.
Nice job there for both men. Ricky Schmellion, an 8-0 winner. And now, Scotty, it's Haynes v. Haynes. We've been looking at this one for a long time. Can't wait to see this. Ken, a state champion. Chris, a state medalist. No shortage of competitive juices here. Can't wait to see this one going. I know Coach Smith out there, he's smiling.
Yeah, Coach Smith had both of them in high school. Ken and Chris are both fired up for this one.
You want to shoot?
Chris was fourth at the PIAA championship as a senior. He later competed at
This was the final bout that was envisioned whenever Chris celebrity wrestling match up a couple of months ago. So we're ending with a bang, so to speak, here between the Haynes brothers.
Ken Haynes, known for his power, his intensity. There's going to be no giggles here with these guys. We're going to see how both had fantastic college careers. We're going to see how these guys fare here. Chris joked that in the weeks leading up to this, one of Ken's sons said, "My dad's going to break your arm."
Yeah, and this is one of those that if it goes into overtime, it's not the end of the draw. Keep running until somebody actually has to lead.
Yeah, I'm really competitive. Two of the most competitive wrestlers we've seen in Adams County, and clearly are two of the best Gettysburgers ever produced here.
He was also a team captain. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Haynes.
Yep, Kenny Haynes' banner is up there on the wall.
Of course, PIAA State Wrestling Champion at 189 pounds back in 1995. Ken is going to have a clear size advantage, probably a strength advantage. Chris, quickness, maybe stamina.
And my broadcast colleague, Kelsey Revert, the only woman that ever placed in wrestling
Nice job.
for Biglerville, points out, Josh, that they're going 2 minutes in this bout.
The only 2-2 of the night. Maybe these two would have it no other way. Again, I think that'll favor Chris a little bit. He's been training pretty hard. He has a wrestling facility at his house where the Warriors come up and train in the off season. He's been working out pretty hard. He did say that Ken had been back on the mat though quite a bit. He knew he'd take this seriously, so we'll see if the conditioning comes into play.
And of course, they both got a nice round of applause when they came out onto the mat for this one. They were both fan favorites when they wrestled for Coach Smith back in the early to mid '90s. And just like the Smith brothers were when they went out for their match, crowd fully behind both brothers.
Yeah.
If one brother is more popular than the other, I think we'll see it whenever they actually score some points
shot
here.
By Ken. Ken in the gray shoes, Chris in the black shoes. Probably the only way we can differentiate here. Same singlets. Rick Trimmer goading them on, he's calling for some action. I don't think there's going to be a shortage of that between these two. Double stall.
Yeah, I mean, it only took a minute. It only took a minute 20 seconds for Mr. Trimmer to hit both of them with a double stall, and I think that will actually infuriate both Ken and Chris.
Someone started Rick's car before this match is over.
Yeah,
it might be able to get it running. Oh, nice shot.
Well, I guarantee it's been at least 20 years since Ken Haynes was ever called for stalling.
Chris Pummel's in? Yeah. Yeah, both action-based, straightforward wrestlers here.
I mean, these guys don't even stall at the Thanksgiving table. They pass that turkey and the corn right around.
A lot of upper body stuff so far. We've seen a couple of shots here. Chris dropped down on one. I'm sure these two know all about each other as far as strengths, weaknesses, tendencies. Nice shot by Chris. Quick single.
5 seconds.
Ken's loading up here trying to counter. Nice job. Nice single by Chris. Not quite able to finish.
Nope. Just under a second here, so this period's going to expire. It'll be scoreless going into the second.
Ken able to back his way out of that one. Chris showed some of that fantastic quickness.
Chris told me that if he survived, didn't die in the first period, he wanted to hear some drop kick Murphys while he wrestled. So here you go, brother. It's all yours. Go ahead.
Bagpipes are blaring, 0-0. Ken's going to take down. Crowd's getting into it now, Scotty. Here we go.
Yeah, final bout of the night.
Optional start.
Oh, first optional start we've seen. First optional start, Josh, we've seen of the night. And do you agree with that? I guess he felt that he couldn't ride his brother.
Chris has a quickness advantage on his feet here. He's got to have some confidence after getting on that nice single.
So Chris is just trying to wear down his brother. And now the bagpipe music inadvertently shut off.
Nice deep single by Ken. See if he can finish. Chris with the counter, going front headlock.
He's got to finish. Bringing him back into the center, which is very, very critical right there.
He lifts up the ankle. Chris with a nice counter, goes for a throw! Oh,
waved off.
Outstanding action. Oh, Chris almost pulls off a big throw.
Yeah, and that brings the crowd to its feet. I mean, that was just a flurry of action right there, though this crowd should have been waiting on all night.
1:18 left. Terrific action there. Chris muscling up. He hit the toss. Ken was able to roll through it there, power his way out. Fantastic. Both wrestlers near takedowns in that period, Scotty, after a lot of feeling out in the first minute and a half.
Yeah. Just under a minute to go here, just clinging to that 1-point lead that he yielded on the optional start here. But Chris will have the choice here in the third period if it ends in this 1-0 score.
Yeah, and we're under 45 seconds to go. Second period. Attempt to see another flurry here. See if the conditioning starts coming into play. As we mentioned, Chris looks fairly fresh. Ken as well. I think we got a poke in the eye there.
Well, that
32-second mark.
Well, Chris is just trying to use this. Yeah. Now, Mr. Trimmer's calling for a paramedic or a nurse to see if Ken's all right, and Ken says, no, I don't need that.
He's reprimanding Chris for the poke, and he just kind of nods his head. I'm sure that's the least,
Make him wrestle.
the least these two guys have done to each other over the years. 30 seconds to go, second period, 1-0.
Peanut Gallery just yelled to make sure that these guys are out there wrestling. 25 ticks left.
Chris comes in with an underhook.
Yeah, Ken Haynes, I
Ken
think
fumbles in.
good conditioning here. Haven't seen him make any mistakes. He's in good position.
That's the thing. Chris has been able to come in. He's looking for some snaps, but Ken is the immovable object right now. Just unable to snap him. He's got such good position, as you mentioned, good base and terrific strength.
Yeah, he's a brick wall.
1-0. Ken holds a 1-0 lead. Chris's choice, and he says neutral. Did not want to go underneath his brother. Can't blame him there.
I
Not
don't.
sure if you go under if you're coming out.
Do you agree with that?
I absolutely do. If he's given up a pretty good advantage here in size and strength, and if you go under, you might not see daylight again.
Tried to work a shot there on the edge of the mat, but I tell you what, Ken Haynes' legs
Chris very
are
fresh.
like,
He's in on a single now. Ken drops down.
but they're as thick as oak trees, so it's hard to pick them up and drive them to the mat.
Ken goes for the spin. If Chris can trap that second leg, turn this single into a double, and we get a stalemate. 1:37 to go. Nice shot by Chris. Again, Ken very good at countering.
Yeah, just a tough guy to bring down. If you get in on the legs of Ken Haynes,
Nice
which
shot again.
is
That's
an
a double by
accomplishment, the second part of it is finishing. Right
There's
there you
the strength
see.
advantage.
Right there you see, like we talked about, if you actually get in on the legs, because Ken Haynes is always in that good position, you still have half of an assignment left because you got to actually finish that shot.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a great shot by Chris, and you got to be frustrated even in an exhibition, Scott. You get in textbook deep, and he just buries his hips, spins around, and picks up a 2. And Ken now leads 3-0, 1:21 left in the Haynes versus Haynes, the finishing match of the night here at the Legends of Adams County Wrestling event.
Yeah, in the
Big lift by Ken.
in the off season, you'd like to see Chris add 20 to 30 pounds and try to be able to match his brother.
Well, he is more than holding his own here. It's no small task being able to survive Ken's power for 6 minutes. 1:20, we'll see. Clock has not started. We have about a 15-20 second runoff here on the clock.
Yeah, and even though this is a celebrity match, the fans are still yelling at the clock operator like we see in gym. It's all over Adams County.
They're going to run it down to 116.
How about some ACDC? Here you go, boys. Get it over.
Little ACDC here for the last
I'll tell you what.
116.
Just one.
Chris asking Ken to cut him loose. Ken's saying not having it.
Yeah.
Now they put time back on the clock, Scott. It went from 116 up to 140. Not sure about that.
No, they did, and
They added 20 seconds, maybe 30 to the clock here.
well, the clock was never started there in the waning moments. So they're going to start the clock on what it should have been, even though they just wrestled for 30 seconds without it starting.
So Chris breaks free at the 140 mark, 3-1, Ken's on top. Oh, I'm not sure Chris wants to go up top with Ken. Now let's see what we thought we would. We got their attention now.
I think this AC/DC music is actually pumping the brothers up.
Chris able to get in on those double shots, but Ken is just so powerful through the hips.
Well, Chris is going to...
Looking good here as he only trails by 2, but he's going to have to hit one of these in the center of the mat.
Yeah. Single leg shot.
Now he's got to come up there with speed.
Ken buries in.
He's out to the side. He's got to drive.
There it is.
He has it. It's a timeout.
Takedown 104. Chris is going to cut him loose.
I don't know about that. He just had a minute left. It was a timeout, but I guess Chris didn't think that he could hold him down.
4-3. Ken leads with a minute to go. Christian on a low single. Ken doesn't have a lot of a counter here. We'll see if he can hit down. And 40 seconds remaining. We got a stalemate. 40 seconds to go. Ken on top, 4-3.
Well, Chris Haynes looked over at Coach Smith, and Coach Smith said, cut him.
Yeah.
Try to go for the win here in the end.
We've got blood time. Blood time here, I believe. 40 seconds to go. Question of the night, Scott. Who does Perry coach harder? These are both his guys.
Yeah, they were both his guys. If you ask Coach Smith, he'd rank him right up there with the best guys he's ever coached.
Ken was a former assistant under Perry. Chris is a current assistant under Perry.
And they both looked over at him for instruction.
He told the one come up, tell the other ride him.
Yeah, they're both. And the neat thing about these guys is that all their coaches are here somewhere in the stands. They've all been looking up to them with their parents for instructions.
Here we are, 4-3. Ken leads Chris. 35 seconds to go. I think Chris has at least one good shot in him. We'll see if he can finish.
Well, this is what he wanted because it was a tie bout after Chris's takedown.
Oh, Rick ties it on a stall call. 25 seconds
Well,
to go.
that could end up being a controversial call here.
I would think so. Should be 4-4 here with under 20 to go. Chris in on a shot, see if he can go for the back trip. Unable to finish. We're down to 10. Oh, he shrugs him by. Chris with a takedown. 5 seconds left.
Scoreboard showing it was a 5-5 tie.
Terrific match by the Haynes brothers.
Overtime. We're seeing how much time they mark on the clock. .30-second overtime, Josh, first period.
Winner take all here. We've had stalls all over the place.
Well, and
I don't agree with these guys have been going at it tooth and nail. Oh, Chris again, able to get in on a single. Ken powers over the top. He's going to try to bury underneath here, Scotty.
We've seen a couple.
Oh, he locks the leg, and that's 2. And that is the winning takedown.
Well, what a way to finish.
Great match. Ken able to hook the leg.
Yeah, Chris.
Great match by these two.
Chris had a heck of a comeback there. Rallied from a couple of points down there against his big brother. It took him into overtime after that great comeback. Just ran out of gas there at the end.
Fantastic, Scott. I'll tell you what, huge success here tonight. Hats off to Chris Haynes, all the guys who kind of put their reputations and names on the line here tonight. All 14 gentlemen. Great night of high school at Gettysburg High School for wrestling. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Again, you can see this on GT Live. It'll be archived. You can purchase a copy of this if you'd like.
Yeah, and remember, the proceeds went to charity. These guys all have hardware from the PIAA, district levels, sectional levels. Their names are on banners throughout Adams County. What a great crowd and a great turnout, Josh. I hope to do it again next year with you.
Absolutely. It's been a blast. All right, for Scott, Tommy Riggs, I'm Josh Martin. Thanks for joining us. That was the inaugural Legends of Adams
What a
County Wrestling
great
event.
time that was.